Hey baseball fanatics, how's it going? Hayden here, and today in this video, I will be going over some potential cities for an MLB expansion team. So let's get started. Alrighty, so first on today's list, we are going north of the border to Montreal. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Didn't Montreal already have a team back in the day? Yes, they had the Montreal Expos, now known as the Washington Nationals. But I think a lot of the team's issues back then were really just poor ownership by Jeffrey Loria and Charles Brofman. And yes, they did make poor investments on the team, which I think also contributed to their issues. Yeah, sure, you had your great legends there, Gary Carter, Andre Dawson, but there were very few all-stars out of the group, which I also think mixed up the fan base. It was a very poor fan base there, not much of an attendance, but I think a lot of that was due to Olympic Stadium, which was, an old, rusted-out, cruddy stadium, not a tourist attraction, nothing like a Camden Yards, Dodger Stadium, Yankee Stadium, so that prevented a lot of fans from going there. It just wasn't a fun, pleasurable, enjoyable baseball game to attend in that environment. So I think that was a big issue. But I do think times are different now. Yes, when the Montreal Expos did leave Montreal back in 2004, a lot of the diehard fans were very upset. So I think, like I stated, it was a different time. I think now you want Major League Baseball to expand. The ratings and viewings are dropping, unfortunately. So I think putting another team outside of the country would be great for the organization. It would make ratings go up, viewings especially more fun. Now that, baseball is getting more diverse, you have guys from all over the country. So I think Canada would be a great start, and I think it'd be a great rivalry also for the neighboring Toronto Blue Jays. It'd be a Mets-Yankees, Angels-Dodgers. So I think that'd be great. So that is why I think the Montreal would be a great city location. Alrighty, so next up on our list, we have Las Vegas, Nevada. And personally, I think it's very insulting to the city that there isn't even a baseball team there yet, as we just saw what the NFL did, putting the Raiders there, and just recently the NHL put the Golden Knights there, who so far are both striving. Fan bases and attendances are great. I don't see a problem having a baseball team here. I know there's a current minor league affiliate for the Oakland Athletics, the Las Vegas Aviators, who currently are doing great. They're having weekly sellouts. Fan attendance, fan base is fine. So personally, I think Las Vegas would be a great spot for another MLB expansion team. Third up on our list for the day, we have Charlotte, North Carolina, which shockingly actually has a huge baseball fan population. Charlotte has the third highest sports media coverage for the sport, just behind Los Angeles, which have the Dodgers, and Atlanta, the Braves. So adding a team here would probably have crazy numbers for viewership. Also, the city also has the Hornets for the NBA, the Panthers for the NFL, and the NHL Hurricanes. So it makes sense just to make it a four-team sports city while you're at it. Also, to top it off, an MLB team in Charlotte would be great for the people, as the closest Major League Baseball team is the Atlanta Braves. It's over 200 miles away, so the dedication here would be surreal. This is why I think Charlotte would be a great spot for an MLB expansion team. So fourth on the list for today, we have Nashville, Tennessee, which, yes, is pretty similar to Las Vegas, I feel. Is a great tourist site for a fan base, and filling up the stands once again would be no issue here. The area currently has the NBA Grizzlies, the NFL Titans, and the NHL Predators, who are starting to boom with a fan base in recent years. Sellouts, fan attendance is going pretty solid. Also, during the 2017 MLB All-Star break, MLB Commissioner Robert Manfred stated Nashville would be a great city for an upcoming future expansion team. The city of Nashville has great vibes and an interesting, great culture, so I think it'd be great to once again make it a four-team sports city. It'd be fantastic. I honestly think this is one of my favorite choices for Nashville. Just recently, the Nashville City Employers said putting a team in Nashville, it's possible, but it is not possible. So who knows? Maybe in a couple years we'll have a team in Nashville. I would say the odds of this are probably pretty high. I'd say 8 out of 10. This is why I think Nashville would be a great spot for an MLB organization. Alrighty, so last up on the list for today, we have Buffalo, New York. And yes, I know what you're saying. Buffalo, are you nuts? It's freezing there. But hey, think about it. If the Minnesota Twins could figure it out, why can't Buffalo? To top it off, Buffalo has a great fan base for the city. You look at the Bills, the Sabres, And the fans there are so dedicated, even when their teams are struggling. You look at the Bills back in the 90s, they lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. Fans, they were tremendous. I just love Buffalo sports fans. They're great. And I think it'd be a great idea just to put a team in Buffalo. You have the minor league affiliate, the Buffalo Bisons, which actually just recently the Toronto Blue Jays, who were declined to play in their home country, Rogers Centers, in Toronto, Canada, were declined by the Canadian government due to the current and ongoing global pandemic. So, what did the Blue Jays do? They played in the minor league affiliate Buffalo Bison Stadium at Salem Field. And honestly, a lot of the Blue Jays players had an adequate feeling about it. Players like Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette, they came forward and said, I'm used to the stadium. I like it. It's a great stadium. I think Buffalo is a great city. A lot of the fans from Toronto did go outside to try to, observe the game, even though it was very difficult. So I think Buffalo, it's a more interesting sports. It's just an interesting sports city. It has great vibes there. And I just personally think this is probably one of my favorites. I think the odds of this, yes, are very, very low. I'd say the odds of this are 3, 4, possibly out of 10. But I think, hey, Buffalo, it's a great city. It's much more north. It's closer to Canada. I think that'd be another great thing for Canada to have a team that's just, kind of close to the border that they could still support. So I think Buffalo would be a great spot for an MLB organization. Alrighty, and thanks for watching. Please let me know in the comments below. Do you disagree? Do you agree? What cities would you like to see have an MLB expansion team coming down the line? Thanks for watching. Peace.